Paddock. Now, because Zambrero filled up my little toe, let me know your favourite recovery method and why.
M1's blocked up.
Never eaten a barrel before.
You could probably bang him from 70 today. Of course, you might get 35 with a breeze.
Tipping this one to be a little bit more spicier than it was. This bloke hated me when I first got to the club. What have we got?
We have a new juicer. This is Jackson wrote the other one.
Fresh juicer because I cracked. We still have it? No, it's in the bin. I cracked the lid of the last juicer, so it's time for an upgrade.
Is that good?
Dankeschön. Guten Morgen. Our turn. Let's go.
Let's talk to our people. What do we got?
Whoa! Hey.
We have 5 million off you, please.
We're heading to recovery now with a couple of the boys. P3 is actually a sponsor of the football club, so it's handy. We get our free membership. We can use the contrast bars, saunas, and all that sort of stuff. Quickly wanted to interrupt this video because I didn't get one to the boys to announce the giveaway winner of our last video, but I've got some honourable mentions. Ed Hoskin, Tom Sears, Oliver Reeves, Dylan Slater, Liam Turley, and Brock Cleary. Shout out to you guys because you guys had some awesome comments, but the winner, his comment was unbelievable. Riley Runner 1629. You are the winner of 3 packets of protein and a pre-workout sample. So send me your details on Instagram so I can get that shipped out to you ASAP. Enjoy the rest of the video. Couple little hydration things while we're out on the road. We got to head to Tori's got a brand deal with Zambrero, so we're getting a free burrito for lunch today, which I'm not going to complain about at all. See you at Zambies. And now we've got our Zambies. We're eating it in the car because Tori Story is too scared to do it out in public, so here we are.
Cheers.
Big ears.
I feel like this is also perfect size.
Paddock.
It was perfect.
Now, because Zambrero filled up my little toe,
I feel like this is also perfect size.
I'm gonna have something else to eat. Infamous little salad. It's getting hot in here. If you watch my last year's game day vlog, you'll know I do priming sessions on game days. Today, I'm gonna do it today. So pre-workout smoothie. If you don't know what they're about, here's what I do. My goal with this type of session is to get the body moving with a good warm-up. I do some dynamic sort of stretching, dynamic mobility sort of work. And then I'm into my session. I do 3 supersets. I only do 2 sets of each. So I always have a vertical focus, so moving powerfully up. I have a horizontal focus where I'm moving my body weight forward as much as I can. And then I have an upper body focus, which is generally pushing movements. I'll add pulling movements in there sometimes as well. But each of those movements is super quick. I only range between 3 to 8 reps, so it's very low rep ranges. So we're moving with speed, we're moving with intent, slightly getting the heart rate up, slightly getting a sweat up, but it's just to get the body moving and feeling good. That's my overall goal, aim of the session. So it's nothing too intense. It's that feel good sort of stuff that I always talk about, and you got to have that in your routine. I know when I was younger, trialed with priming sessions, I felt flat, lethargic because I was doing too much and probably the wrong movements. But once I started to simplify it a little bit, educate myself, and then focus on simple movements done properly and quickly, I found the benefits, found the rewards, and I feel really, really good. You've done well.
I know.
She knows. Ready?
You guys do that. You have your walk.
Stop. So last little bit of recovery for the night to make sure we're ready to go for tomorrow. Fruit salad, yogurt, and muesli to finish us off with the food side of things. The question that I want you guys to answer for the giveaway for 3 packets of protein for a pre-workout sample. Let me know your favorite recovery method and why. For me, it's contrast bars. I always feel amazing after them. Today, we did 4 rounds, 4 minutes cold, 4 minutes hot, and your legs just feel phenomenal. So obviously, aside from sleep is just stock standard. What's your alternative recovery method? Let me know and why to enter the giveaway.
Anything over 200 is elite.
Yeah, me.
Who cut your hair? Looks like you did it too. Who are you rooming with?
Owen Laddie.
No Jackson Edwards, but...
Good fella. Better than Jackson.
All right, so we're about 4 hours out from the game. I've got a few bits of toast. Got some Vegemite and then peanut butter and honey. I'll have a little smoothie as well to get me through. But I tell you what I'm most excited for is to wear my new boots. Now I blasted these all over my Instagram. They are unreal. I can't wait to put these on. I've literally still got this in them, and yes, I'm wearing brand new boots. First game, walking straight out onto the oval with them. Not really worried. I didn't get sore feet or blisters or anything like that. I might get one on my heel, but there looks like there's some good padding underneath here anyway, so I'm so keen to wear those. Obviously got a pair of backup boots. We're off to the game, and holy moly, I am excited. I've been thinking about it for a couple days. Obviously it's round one. You're gonna think about it a lot more than probably what other rounds you would normally. For me, I can start to feel the adrenaline run down my legs, and that's when I know I gotta try and sort of think about something else, because if I continue to think about it and get excited, like, it's good stuff. I'm not really too nervous, but just excited for the opportunity and playing round one and things like that. But when I can feel the adrenaline shooting down my legs, I'm like, okay, let's pull back a little bit, just because if I have too much adrenaline pumping through my body too soon, I'm going to get to the game and I'm going to feel flat and fatigued. So that's one of my focuses. Another one of my focuses on game day, I don't want to be rushed on game day. So I want to go through my morning routine, just feel relaxed, feel calm, feel ready to go and in the zone type of thing. So for me, I got up at 6 o'clock, alarm went off. I have one at 6, I had one at 7, just in case I woke up at 6 and I felt like I needed more sleep. I could wake up at 7, went down to the beach for 10, 15 minutes, nothing huge, shower, have breakfast, get changed, get ready to go. And now it's 9:30, we're off to the game. So can't wait, and hopefully Tori doesn't overexpose this footage and we got some usable footage this week. Enjoy the game, let's go chase that W. New boots feel good. Oosh. Why can't I find a woman like that? I want to feel the heat.
Left, right. Yep, just wanted it more. Wanted it more. Can't wait to tear it off! That's launch. Day to have one! Ah, teach, it must be game day! Mattress, here we are. I'll get it. I'll have a piece of that. M1's blocked up. Great kicking, teach! They are straight out of the box.
Feel it, Eddie, boys.
Joycey's got one.
Miley. Warm up well. Start catching the chips in. Be ready from the first bounce. Never eaten a burrable. He's a vibe, Eddie, boys. Let's go. Yeah. Bit of vibrance.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, baby. We'll get there in a game. You could probably bang him from 70 today. Of course, you might get 35 with a breeze. 2 down, 2 up, 2 up. Is that the same as 2 down, 4 up? Here we go. 1, 2, 4 down, 4 up. Yep, 1, 2. Oh, yeah. Hey. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Didn't come. Come on.
Here we are, round one. It is good to be back. Round one has one of the biggest build-ups and lead-ups to it, purely because you've been training since last year, you've been training all of this year, and this is your first real crack at it, first proper game, so it's awesome, it's exciting, the energy's really good, and that's something that we had very early on throughout the day. As soon as the boys started rocking up, we all had really good energy around us. The warm-up was really good, and then the energy in the rooms just before we come out for our final warm-up and get stuck into it, we're all on top of everything, and everyone wanted to be there, everyone wanted to play well, and we've got a lot of pressure on us with a lot of the reserve / quaffle boys and the boys that aren't getting selected at the moment. They're coming through and they're putting some good pressure, so I feel like it raises us to another level, and the boys are thriving off that as well, which is really good. Port Melbourne got off to quite a good start. They rebounded one of their inside 50s and went coast to coast to kick the first goal of the match. And then we sort of steadied a little bit. We started to get ourselves and work ourselves into the game after the first probably 5 to 10-ish minutes. We kick a nice long goal here, which starts us off. Shout out Speedy Heron for knocking that one back. I was the first one to come off for our rotations, which is probably good for round one because the heat, the energy, it's intense pretty early. the ball's going up and back and you're just trying to work as hard as you can, and then getting that first rotation off is nice just to get a little bit of a break. Obviously, it makes it easier if you get a little touch early as well, just to settle the nerves, settle the confidence and things like that. But there was a fair bit of build-up and lead-up towards this game as well. We had a couple Sharks boys that left us. They went back home to Melbourne, and now they're playing for Port Melbourne there. And there was a little bit of stuff spoken on social media as well, which I won't go into. It's all being deleted and things like that now. But between their captain and sort of our boys and things like that, so I was tipping this one to be a little bit more spicier than it was, and we sort of spoke about it Thursday night training. We just wanted to make sure we were on top of our game first before we started, not starting fights and things like that, but just being a little bit more confident with how we played and things like that. So it was good to get a few touches earlier. I'm playing against one of my best mates from last year, who you'll see later in the vlog as well. He got a little tackle there on me. I tried to draw one high, but didn't quite happen. This is still the first quarter. We started off pretty well. Obviously, they kicked the first one, and I think we kicked potentially the next 4 or 5 in the first quarter. I think it was 5 goals, 2 at quarter time. So I come off once or twice a quarter between our wings, so we just have a 3-way rotation between us wingers, and it's every 6 or so minutes. Sometimes we'll spin a forward through our rotation as well, so we get to spend a little bit longer on the ground. But I thought our contested work and our midfield sort of stuff was really good in the first quarter in particular. So this is the start of the second quarter now. Got a nice mark and kick there, and probably where I started to work myself into the game a little bit more and sort of be a little bit more damaging. There's a couple moments like this one that I'd like to have back, where I sort of just pulled it late and wanted to find that perfect pass where probably I could have either stepped that bloke and come back inside, or kick long into our forward line, probably like that kick just there that you saw. No. So yeah, there was a couple moments throughout this game that I'd like to have back, and for me personally, I definitely didn't have the perfect game. I think it ended up with about 20 touches or so, 6-ish marks and a couple tackles. Kicked a point in the first quarter, which was disappointing as well. I always want to try and make sure of this is probably my best play of the day, really. I just had a look inside and didn't want to go down the line, and was lucky enough to pull off the kick inside, and Buzzer finished off with a goal. So shout out to Buzz. But yeah, my personal game overall, numbers-wise, wasn't too bad for a winger. I think if you can be getting around 20-ish disposals, you're generally having a pretty good impact if you're using the ball well. But I think it was more of my contest work I wasn't happy with. I felt like there was a few ground balls in particular where I sort of hesitated a little bit, and I wish I just drove through, tried to take the tackle on, or not worry about so much balance around that area, because I'm there and I can impact, so I do need to impact. And I find that as a winger, it's hard to know that balance, and it's more so a mindset thing than anything, because when if I'm playing inside mid, you just got the license to go at any ground ball that's there, whereas as a winger, you sort of got to hold balance and shape, like at that contest there. Unfortunately, missed the handball, and then I know it's dad's pet hate when you kick it into, or someone smothers your kick, particularly off a mark, when you've got time to do it. But I know he'll be disappointed with that one, more so just because I need to step him and get around with. And another missed handball. So this third quarter, after half time, I wasn't too happy with my third quarter, to be honest. These football boots that I'm wearing are new boots, as you would have known, and my toes were killing me. So at this point right here, I think it's about halfway through the third, I come up and change my boots over because my toes were destroyed. And I have no idea why, because I've never had it before. Like, sometimes I'll get a blister here or there, like I said pre-game, but both my two big toenails are blue, and they're like a weird sort of color blue, and there's bruising around it and things like that. So it wasn't nice at all. This is coming into the last quarter here now. We went back to stock wings, so we were crossing wings for 3 quarters, and then in the last quarter, we went back to just our normal winger sitting behind the stoppage, which is where I started to get a bit more involved again and played a little bit better footy in the fourth quarter, just because you had a bit more time and space. Obviously, if we were winning first hands to it, which I thought we were most of the day, you were that next option to then get the ball and then hopefully like this, get the ball inside 50. It was good to get a free kick here, and then Jay Lockhart finishes with a goal. So yeah, overall as a team we played pretty well. We were happy with what we gave. Our intensity and pressure has gone up at another level. Shout out to the supporting group there, all the girlfriends. That is a big hit too. Wowee, banger. Shout out to you, bro. That was solid, and Seko is always tough as nails at it as well. So started to get a bit on the end of it a little bit, skied this ball unfortunately. Again, probably could have just stepped inside and had another and better look. Goober, he'll love this. He commented on my Instagram, did you put my goal in? So there it is for you, Goobs, and giving the girlfriends a little bit there as well. We finished with the win, 46 points as you can see on the scoreboard there, and a couple of our juniors. Was good to have them out. It's always nice having a bit of extra support and having a chat to them after the game about how they went this morning and things like that. And then they ended up coming in and singing the song with us as well. So that is us for another game day. If you want to be involved in the giveaway, answer your best recovery method. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the channel and we'll see you next one.
The coconut water. Oh.
Picked up a straggler from the game. How'd you go, Gahan? Been on the channel before. He's beat me in a goal kicking comp.
Tough day at the office for the borough. I will bounce back.
This bloke hated me when I first got to the club. Did not give me a bar of it.
There was a conversation we had on the training camp, and we're like, I've never actually spoken to you
It's
before.
the first time I'd
Oh, wait,
spoken
is that
to
when
him.
you were
Literally
rooming?
from there.
From November through to February, we did not speak.
But from there it blossomed.
And that look.
That was the turning point.
No way using chopsticks.
What do you mean? Vegan one. Very good. Finishing off the weekend with some recovery. We're going to do, well, personally, I'm going to do 20 minutes in the sauna because how long are you doing?
But it's a little hot today. You could probably last.
30's a bit too long for me. So we'll do 20 in here, then we'll go into the contrast bars as well. That is all from me. Hope you enjoyed this week's game day vlog. Like, subscribe to the channel. We've got another one coming next week, and then we've got a bye week the week after that. So get on board, and that'll do me. Stay fearless.